Hi guys, Miss Yandell here. I hope you all are having a really great week, and I just wanted to stop by just a moment and talk to you about your assignments for this week. We are shifting gears. We're moving into a different time period, and as you can tell, this is really a time period that deals with World War I and World War II. So there's a lot of information that we need to go through, just historically speaking, because you guys know that what happens historically influences greatly the thinking of the culture and the literature that is produced within that time period. So this week we are just going to stop off and spend some time thinking about World War I and World War II again. And as we go through this, remember, this isn't just a history class. We're always thinking, how is it going to change the way people think, what they're socially conscious about, what affects them, what their struggles are, and how that's going to showcase itself in some of the major writing of that day that we'll be looking for the next few weeks. We'll be taking a look at this particular time period and reviewing major authors that are writing within this time period. Okay, so one item I wanted to talk about were the 3 John Green videos that I've assigned to you. And the reason why I use John Green, I mean, certainly if you want to get out there and read, there are hours and hours of material that you can find anywhere out on YouTube or even on the library, the library source that we have. But I think John Green does a good job of just getting us to rethink some of the information we already know. I know that everybody here in this class has probably had a course that deals with World War I and World War II, historically speaking. So these are great, I think, tools for review. They don't take forever, but you can get a good idea going into it. And I also like John Green's sense of humor. I mean, he talks 90 miles a minute, but he's really funny and keeps it light. But I do want you to we have 3 videos of his that just gives us a review of these time periods. And then the other thing I want you to do is we're going to spend some time this week not necessarily looking at works. We're going to look at the time period. So in the text there's a section that I'm asking you to read and make notes, and you're going to be writing your 100-point essay about this time period and how it relates to literature. And that's really what that whole section talks about in the text, is how does this time period, how does this historical period, how is it reflected in literature, and how are things changing? And I really liked what they said in the book as well. So this week's essay is not dealing, you're not handling literary texts, you're handling an introduction to the modernist period. So we are now in modernism. For those of you who had me for introduction to literature, you are familiar with that term for sure. And perhaps if you had me in humanities, we also talk about those sorts of things in humanities too. Okay, so if you have any questions, of course, just feel free to email me with your questions. I'll be happy to get back with you, but I hope you enjoy this journey that we're about to embark on in the modernist period. So I will see you next week. Just for clarity, you do not have an assignment on this particular video. I just wanted to touch base with you and let you know what's going on and why we're stopping off here, to just remember how important this time period is and how it affects and will impact the literature that we're going into. Okay, have a great rest of the week. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.